Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of AppTalk on DanTayTV. Thank you guys so much for watching the first one, and we're going to get straight to it with our first app. Autodesk Sketchbook Pro is a professional grade paint and drawing application. Using the same paint engine as its desktop version, Sketchbook Pro delivers a complete set of sketching and painting tools which are easy to use for everyone. So what do you think of Sketchbook Pro?
I actually think that it's a pretty good program, and I found that the pencil and airbrush and chiseled point options were really good, better than Bamboo. And I found that there were lots and lots more colours because it's actually a colour wheel, so that was really good. And also the mirror image function, I think the symmetry was pretty interesting for this particular drawing app, and I enjoyed putting text in because you could put a pin in and actually pivot and spin text around that pin, so to keep it all sort of uniform. And yeah, so but the things that I guess I'd like to see more is that it allows you to use different textures maybe, so you know, different like oil paints or whatever it is. That would be good. Otherwise I found it hard to actually find anything bad to say about it. How about you?
Well, I loved it actually. Didn't really want to try using it because I was like all for Bamboo even though I don't like it now. I really liked how it allowed for layers. If you save the file, you can save it to a PSD file or a Photoshop file, which is really great. And with your iPad 2, you can have up to 12 layers, which is great. iPad 1 with 6 layers. iPad 2 also allows for a resolution of 2048 by 1536. Which is double the resolution of the iPad screen. Yeah, it does come with so many brushes, and it's only a 15 megabyte file, so that's really good. But there is cons. I don't actually like the interface. I don't like how it's all over the place, and you have to tap that little dot in the bottom to get the top menus. That's a little bit annoying. And there is too many brushes. I think there's like, I am a person who likes to use one brush and that's it. One thing to do everything. So you'll see from our photos by Apple that it's done with one brush and that's it. Okay, yeah, so what we're doing for all of our photo apps is we're gonna draw an apple each time. So today we've drawn one. We haven't shown each other the apple, so let's have a look. It is Chang. Looks quite similar, but I'll show you the real ones. Oh, pretty 3D.
Not bad, not bad.
Not
different,
bad.
but yes.
So what do you actually give it out of 5?
I give this app 4.5 out of 5 stars.
Yeah, me too. 4.5. It's a great app.
Fotolr Photo Studio HD is a picture processing app which is really powerful and easy to use. Okay, so what do you think of Fotolr Photo Studio HD?
Well, aside from its really long name, I decided to edit a photo that I had already taken off Facebook, and I showed it to my friends and they couldn't tell the difference when I just gave them a quick glance of it. I was actually really happy because it's so easy to edit your photos, and also according to the site there's over 1.5 million different effects or different ways you can edit your photos, which is more than a bit too much actually. And there's a free version and a pro version that costs an extra $2, and the difference is there's no ads, but I personally don't mind that there's ads. My cons is it's a little bit too simple. The layout of it looks like not very professional, like a 2-year-old made it. Maybe not 2-year-old, but yeah, it doesn't look that great, but for being free or just $2, that's a great app. And what do you think of it?
I found that the fact that you could use so many different finishes on it, like vintages, and there was multiple vintage looks that you could do. And also I really liked how you could change the colors very easily with just one touch of your finger basically, and you'll kind of see how we edited some photos later, and it was so easy. So it made it really, really easy. And things like the history tool was easy to use because you could see how on Photoshop it's actually a lot harder to manipulate the photo, but this one was actually very, very easy to use, and you just use your finger over it and it's done. So yeah, how many stars would you give this app?
I gave it a 3.5. It does have some room to grow, so yeah.
Okay, I gave it a 4 because I thought that compared to a lot of the other photo editing apps, it's actually quite good. So yeah.
Also, so now let's show what our photo looks like that we edited of a bouquet of roses. Ta-da! Ooh, two different feels, which is cool. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Twitter is an online social networking and microblogging service. It lets you send text posts of up to 140 characters known as tweets. So what do you think of the new Twitter app?
Okay, I actually really like this Twitter app. I find that it's actually really easy to use, user-friendly, and has multiple accounts. Yeah. And I think that that's actually really good because you can actually navigate between the two really easily. Also, I just like how when someone's attached a picture to their tweet, you can actually see the picture almost straight away, so you don't have to click into the link to go to TwitPic or to Instagram or whatever it is. Yeah. So that's really good. And I just like how it's very simple to tweet pictures and photos and use hashtags and add friends. So everything's user-friendly. How about you?
Well, I thought it was awesome as well. Of course, it's a free app. It runs really smoothly. It's never crashed on me at all. I love that. I was really trying hard to find a con to it. So I've got one that's not really that much of a con, but it looks a bit too much like the iPad mobile website of Twitter. So if you go to twitter.com in your iPad Safari, it actually looks a lot like the Twitter app now. So it's like, should I download the Twitter app if it looks so much like the Safari app? But that's the only difference. So I ended up giving it a 4 out of 5, just because I felt like that. But what did you give it out of 5?
I gave it a 4.5 out of 5 because I use it all the time and I've never had a problem with it. So yeah, it's been really good.
Cool.
Skype for iPad is the official app from Skype that allows you to call, video call, or instant message anyone who has a Skype account. Also, if you have Skype credit, you can call landlines and mobiles at fairly reasonable rates.
What did you think of Skype for the iPad?
Well, Skype just came out this month, so it's a fairly new app, and it's the biggest competitor, or I see, for to FaceTime. And I think the quality of the phone call, the audio, is actually better than FaceTime. But I find that the fact that you can't actually sign up in the app itself, I didn't have a Skype account, so I had to actually leave the app, go to Safari, go look for the Skype website, and then actually sign up to actually sign into the app. So that's probably a con. Yeah, what about you?
So I thought the app was really easy to use. It was set out quite well. Video calls were actually quite straightforward. If you've used Skype before, it is pretty much exactly the same. Interface-wise, it's not the best interface. I've seen a lot better. It looks a lot like the Windows version of Skype, which Mac users may not like, but it is alright, I guess. It does have a lot of potential to grow, and I wish they would have spent a lot more time on it, because it does look very cheap. I don't like how the contact icons are so big and it shows the picture really big. It scares people if they don't like she doesn't like my photo.
Like an ugly picture, like a chipmunk, for
example. I
example.
like my photo, okay. And anyway, so I gave it a 3.5 out of 5. What did you give it?
I gave it a 2.5 out of 5. Yep, that's it.
Where's Wally HD in Hollywood is the app version of the classic search and find adventure game. This time it's set in Hollywood.
Okay, so what do you think of the Where's Wally app?
Well, I love Firstly, I love Where's Wally, the books and everything. I've got quite a few of them. I actually found it quite easy, straightforward and easy to use and play. I do find quite a few cons actually. Like, I thought the versus player could have been a lot better. So if you like 2 people, it could be a lot better. You could play via Wi-Fi. That would be a lot more fun. Yeah. But also the limit in the screen size. I know you can't really expect too much, but I miss just looking at the whole book, whereas this is just this small little screen, which is not that small, 9.3 7 inches. Also, it's actually not that easy to play. I actually found it a little bit too hard for me, and like some people would like that about it, but I was sitting there in some of the scenes going, I can't find this stupid thing in time. It doesn't make me want to play it often. In the past month, I probably played it about 3 to 4 times. That's it. Yeah, what did you think of it?
Oh, I was kind of the opposite. I did finish playing Where's Wally, but that's just because I liked it. But I found that I liked the animation, so when little parts of the picture come alive, and all the pictures are still true to their original books, but I found that it was pretty difficult, especially the Wender level, right? When each level has like different characters associated with the levels, but the Wender one was very difficult because there were like little Polaroids that come out, and you have to find the Polaroids before they fade away.
The time limit.
The time limit, yeah. So it was quite stressful. It was really good, challenging, which is great, and I also really thought that their versus player wasn't quite fair, just because you're looking for different objects, not the same object at the same time, and then a clash of hands and all that sort of stuff. So I think, yeah, Wi-Fi version would be great too. I do wish it was longer. I found that it ended really quickly, and I also was disappointed that they didn't do any new scenes outside of the books. So yeah, that was pretty much it.
So what did you give Where's Wally out of 5?
I gave the Wally app a 3 out of 5.
And I gave it a 2.5. But it's still a good app.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wally fans!
So that's all for today's episode of AppTalk. Hope you've really enjoyed it.
If you have any apps you would like us to review, please comment down below.
So thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next
time. Bye!
I actually find one of the cons...
Oh dear! I couldn't help it. I was trying to keep it in, and my face is like... I'll just stop on what about you? That was terrible.
Okay.
Okay, ready?
You said stop.
Oh, I couldn't. I was trying to hold it in.
Oh dear.